I-275 in Pinellas County is named the Deputy Sheriff Michael Hartwick Memorial Highway. And 2.5 years after the deputy's death, the undocumented immigrant charged in his killing learned his prison sentence. Fox 13's Ariel Placencia brings us the very latest from the Pinellas County Courthouse.
One Molina-Salles was sentenced to 12 years in prison for leaving the scene of a crash involving death. He will also have to pay fines and restitution. And after that 12-year sentence, he will be deported back to Honduras. Back in September 2022, Deputy Michael Hartwick was providing security for a construction site on I-275. That's where Molina-Salles was working. He was driving a front-end loader, and he's accused of hitting and killing the Pinellas County deputy. The undocumented immigrant fled the scene, and it took law enforcement from several different agencies 9 hours and many resources to eventually track him down. We heard from some of his family members who testified in Spanish from Spain via Zoom today. They said Molina-Salles is a loving father of two who was working in the U.S. and sending money back to his wife and family in Honduras. We also heard from Molina-Salles himself, who told the courtroom he's been driving heavy machinery for 15 years and never had an accident until the night of September 22nd, 2022.
I just needed time to think and pray. So I ran and hid. My workmates said that he had died and that he could not be saved. I know I should have waited, that it was wrong to leave, and I would like to be able to take it back.
He never once stopped to think about anyone but himself. At any point, he could have called 911 or come out of hiding and turned himself in, but he never did. Instead, he left our father lying on the pavement, and others were left to clean up his mess.
Attorneys for the state said Molina-Salles used a fake name, which hindered the investigation, that he had come here illegally and had already been arrested at the border before. Investigators said cell phone data shows he made and received dozens of calls after the crash, but none of them were to 911 to help Deputy Hartwick, something the deputy's family member said shows he had no remorse and no respect for others. That's why the state had asked for a sentence of the max of 20 years. The defense, meanwhile, had asked for 4 to just over 10 years. But in the end, the judge handed down that 12-year sentence, which he said was in line with previous sentences he had given in previous cases like this before. In Pinellas County, I'm Ariel Placencia. Now back to you.